Vanakkam. Today I am going to cover another important case study in fraud, which every member has to take care of the thing. That is, if any fraud is undetected during the course of audit, then the auditor is not able to find, then the auditor is held personally responsible for the loss to the bank apart from losing our certificate or face our insurance. This is the thing you have to bear in mind whenever you are going for bank audit. So this is my experience in bank audit. This is with reference to jewel loan verification. There's a fraud, big fraud I found out. I went to a rural branch of a bank. On entering the branch manager welcomed me like anything, and he has offered a coffee and he talked politely. And we are in a smooth relationship to start the audit. I had made discussion with the branch manager about the branch activity, about the location of the branch and everything. Then he has given all the details. Suddenly he said, "Sir, my staff, they are not cooperating. But for your kind information, as an auditor, we need not bother about the. We have to concentrate only on our audit." Then later on, after some time, he said, "Sir, which area you want to commence the audit?" I said, "Okay, it's a rural branch. We can do anything, if ever, anything at any time." So what I did, okay, I want to start with advanced verification. Then I asked for the balance sheet and P&L account, all schedules and everything. He said, "No, sir, every year the auditors who are coming to the branch, they are doing the cash verification first, then jewel loan verification." I said, "Okay, either it can be done in first or done later." And I said, no. First you commence the cash verification or jewel verification. I said, "No, I am not interested to start that area. So I want to proceed further to verify the advanced documents and everything." He has handed over the advanced document along with the balance sheet file and everything. I was started to scrutinize the advanced documents. After 1 hour, I went to the branch head and say that, "Sir, I want to verify the jewel loan packets." Then he got annoyed at me. No. I offered you to commence the jewel loan packet, but you said no. So I have given the offer, but you have refused. So you have got no right to do jewel verification. So this is the word he has used. So if anyone, it's in my experience, anyone, if he objects and if anyone says that the auditor has got no right, then that means that branch will definitely have a very big problem, either in the form of mishandling of funds or some fraud will be there. So I said, "No, sir, I want to commence the audit in jewel, because for advances I will take in the afternoon. I want to verify the jewels." No. Once I offered, then you have refused, so there is no contract. He started to tell the rules. Then I immediately called regional office number, which has been given in the appointment letter. Then I narrated everything. Then regional office officer, he called the branch head to cooperate with the auditor. Then after that, he has allowed me to do the jewel loan verification. So in jewel loan verification, there will be two types of packing. One is transparent packing. One is packing done in a small pouch of some fabric cloth. So if it is transparent packing, no problem. You can view the jewels and you can view the content and everything. If it is being packed in a cover, in a pouch of some fabric, you can't verify it. Then I started to count the jewel packets, 1, 2, 3, 4. I already said in my earlier presentation, the counting of jewel verification is touch, sense, feel and count. So I did that exercise for that account. Then after verification of some 12 packets, I found one packet is something that contains other than the jewel part. So then I picked that packet and asked the manager to open it. The manager said, no, the regional office has given the power, has given the instruction to count only the packet and not to open the packet. This is the thing they say. So that means something is fishy. Once again, I call the regional office. This is the manager is telling. Then what to do? Then he said, "Okay, give the phone to him." Then I handed the phone to manager, and initially they once again they said, "Okay, you have to cooperate with the auditor." Then he allowed me. Then you open that box. Then I found that there's a small stone inside that back. Then, sir, what is that? That is one ring is missing, but to that equivalent weight, one small stone is inside. Then I said, oh, what happened to this, that ring, sir? That may be in some other bag. So this is a reply he gave. Then I cut mom, then proceeded further. I went for another 22 packets. Then later on found the same thing because I have touched the packet, since the packet whether jewels are inside or not, feel whether it is really a jewel and count. Then what he did, no, then I asked that manager to open that box back. He said, no, the permission is given by the regional office only to open that packet and not this packet. I said, sir, this is not the way of giving reply. Once again, I called the regional office. Then they gave a blanket instruction. Whatever bag the auditor wants to check or open, you have to open. This is the thing. Then he permitted to open. There also I find some stone inside, equivalent to the weight of the jewels. So that's why my slogan is touch, sense, feel, and count the jewels. So in that exercise, I have found out some 22 bags which contain stones inside. So when I discussed this, manager said, no sir, due to some adjustment we did it, but anyhow we will replace the jewels. Then I cut mom. I came out of the branch and talked to the regional office personally. So this has happened. Kindly send a team to verify the entire jewel packets because I suspect something fishy. So I am going to cover this point in the fraud. So kindly send a team. Within 1 hour or 1.5 hours, the from the nearby branches, officials they came and they have asked the manager to produce all the jewel loan packets. There is no other go for that manager. He has produced all the jewel loan packets, wherein they have found. On test check I found 23 packets, but they have found something around 45, 46 bags. Then spurious gold also, and in some packets quantity of the jewel ornaments will also be on the reduced. Suppose instead of 2 bangles, they are having only 1 bangle. So this is my experience. Then I have covered that point in my report under the head fraud. Then the regional office over phone suspended the manager and asked the assistant manager to take the branch activities. So this is a way you have to do the jewel loan package verification. You have to touch, sense, feel, and count. But my sincere request is, auditors, we are not safe inside the branch when you detect the fraud. If you find a fraud, keep it confidential, then come out of the branch and report. This is my experience. Then these things will not normally happen to all branches, but you have to ensure that there is no fraud in your jewel verification. Then what is the final result? What is the final result of this jewel verification? One is manager is suspended. Second, after that, after inquiry, he was dismissed from service. And my sincere request, if anyone objects to your audit, then definitely there will be something wrong. This you have to bear in mind. Even sometimes if they refuse to give also, then there will be something wrong. So you have to do the audit very, very carefully. Then be cool in audit and achieve your target. That is, I want to find the fraud, because when you suspect, you have to do some fraud exercise. Then be cool in audit. Don't get emotion, and you have to achieve the target. And use the slogan of jewel loan verification. I have used this slogan: touch, sense, feel, and count. And you have to report the fraud from outside the branch, as auditors are not safe inside the branch. Don't forget to mention the entire transaction. Don't give it as bullet points. You have to narrate the transaction in a long form audit report, yes, because you have to save your skin. So what has happened, what you did, what exercise you did, everything you have to give in the LFAR as well as in the main audit report. Because if something has happened to LFAR, then if you whatever point you reported in main audit report also covers the evidence. Then apart from that, you have to report to Reserve Bank of India and concerned CEO regarding. That is our chief executive officer of that bank or managing director of that bank. This is the way you have to do the audit. So suppose if anyone objects, this is my experience in this, if anyone objects to your audit, then you can very well take that something is fishy, something is wrong with that branch. With this, I am going to end this fraud case study 2 in bank audit. Whatever experience you gain, that will definitely help in the bank audit. I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching this video. Nandri, Vanakkam.